Thomas Green here with Ethical Marketing Service. On the podcast today, we have Robert Tarabc. Robert, welcome.
Thank you very much, Thomas. Thanks for having me.
It's my pleasure. Would you like to take a moment and tell the audience a bit about yourself and what you do?
So I'm Robert Tarabc. I was born in Slovakia, now living in, I'm based in Prague, Czech Republic. We are running a startup for the last I would say already 3.5 years. And I like to do sporting. I just got married 3 months ago and came back from honeymoon recently.
I said congratulations already, but another congratulations from me. So topic of discussion today, we were going to talk about e-commerce live. For those that don't know, can you tell the audience what it is and perhaps, I don't know, a bit about what you do in relation to that opportunity?
Yeah, so e-commerce live is a kind of new trendy term, I would say. And there are a couple of other terms you may see online, like live commerce or live stream shopping or instantly shoppable video. It's a very early market. We still don't have the precise name that is that is standardized and used by many. But in a nutshell, it's just a way to shop online because in the early days of internet, there were only e-commerce stores that were not able to be social. We haven't had social media. We couldn't do marketing properly. Now we are bringing social media back to the e-commerce. So with live commerce, it's very easy. You engage with the content, and based on that, you buy products. It's different immersive shopping experience that is shared by many people. And we split live commerce into 2 categories today. It's one-to-one, that it's reactive. So as we are used to multiple chatbots that are helping in customer journey, that's a text version of the evolution towards the video. So with the one-to-one live commerce, customers can ask you questions and have a video conference call with you because they want to see the product, they want to see the fabric, the colors, the material, and they just can't do it through text. So that's one category of live commerce. The other type is one-to-many, and that's what we do. One-to-many is I would say TV or QVC or teleshopping directly on your website or in mobile apps. So it's a new emerging market in US and Europe market that came from Asia and went from just few millions to 185 billion in just 4 years in Asia, specifically in China. And that trend is we see a lot of brands, mostly fashion brands, applying this new pieces of technology on their shopping experience because they haven't had that before. They only relied on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, live video, but now they can sell actively to many customers at once, directly on their website, directly where the business happens.
It's really interesting. And it does make me think, I don't know, it's kind of one of those problems which once you see it, once you get the concept, it's so obvious or that it would be beneficial to someone. Because if someone's watching a YouTube video and, or it doesn't really matter what platform, but let's say there's a link underneath within the description, you have to click to go to the description, you have to click the link to go to the website, then you have to find the product potentially and then check out. And if you can all do it on the video, I mean, I'm not 100% sure what the process is there, but it just removes a load of steps to purchase and it just makes it that much more efficient. Would you say that's accurate?
Yes, and that's what we see with even Facebook and Instagram trying to do. with their video and e-commerce on top of it, as they already have a huge piece of market and the traffic and attention of end customers. But at that case, the business doesn't own the data behind that shopping experience. And that's the reason why we think that our solution, together with others, may thrive here on European and US markets, because a lot of businesses already spend a lot of money building their own shopping experience. They don't want to rely on social media. They just want to enhance the experience directly on their own business, where they can measure data properly. And with Curcuma, we're not only bringing live stream and chats to your online store, basically sales event, usually with discounts. It plays well together, but we also bring data. So we also know that when you have influencer marketing on place, it's very hard sometimes to track the conversion that was done through those influencers. But now you can hire those influencers to go live on your website and do product review or unboxing video, and you'll own all of those data, and you'll see exactly when people buy those products based on how that influencer behave on the live stream. That's very powerful, because it's not, we are going away from marketing and going more towards the true sales that is happening directly on your business.
So if we took an example now, let's say it's YouTube. I mean, I don't know, like we can talk about different examples maybe, but let's say it's a YouTube video and it's live stream currently, and you were to say, I got this new shirt, I don't know what brand it is there, but you know, you guys should, if you're interested in buying this new shirt, you know, it's got a collar, it's got my 2 buttons here, and the product comes up on the screen, and you're saying there's maybe a coupon, and they click on your product, which is your shirt, takes them straight to the product link, and then they can just check out from there. Is that kind of what you mean?
Yeah, so there are a couple of different approaches our competitors apply to this. And in some cases, those competitors bring their own card, their own basket, their own IRP, their own way of collecting money for bought products. In our case, we are just very tiny solution that is very easily implemented on your site as Google Analytics, and with that, we are bringing picture-in-picture live stream. So you can basically end up going from a link on Instagram that there is going to be new, or I'm airing right now on this website. If you'll go to that website, you can go straight to that product page that is owned and designed by the business. And on top of that, you see in picture-in-picture the streamer, and obviously you can trigger the full screen and add that product to the basket from there. But what we want to allow businesses to do is to have full control of their shopping experience. We are just that additional layer is bringing immersive and shared engagement to buyers. And so the checkout and everything around payments and the order itself is always owned by the business. That's not what we want to do. We want to be the most affordable and the easiest to implement solution for you to start executing live events on your website.
Okay, so yeah, it does remind me of sort of like having a salesperson on the product page who you can interact with them, and they're there to essentially pitch that product. Is that right?
Yeah, and also you can have a brick and mortar, and there you can have full 8 hours somebody's streaming, like a retail trader who's just waiting for people to join the stream and asking questions. And because we don't charge per stream hour, we always charge for watched hour. That's very important to know by the businesses. And that's what I meant by being the most affordable, because you can go live and stay live on your website for 24 hours per 7 days, and we will not charge you. We'll charge you immediately when the conversion may happen.
Yeah, so I sort of get what you mean by people or businesses have been doing instant chat previously. So if anyone wants to elect to click and talk via typing, then they can do that. Or sometimes it pops up on its own. But in this particular instance, you'd literally be live there on video in order to talk to someone about that particular product.
Yeah, yeah. And you can also, you don't have to only stream on your business using your retail trader or sales professional. You can invite artists, you can invite musicians to have a live concert on your website. That also converts, and it was surprising to me how great results are there just from showing people completely different content that they can engage with while they shop. It's very similar to when you go to the offline store and you can hear the music playing, right? That also is helpful for businesses, and that's why in the future we want to start helping those businesses struggling to start producing live content, and that's why we are going to launch the pre-recorded videos. So if there is already product review done by someone, you can use that to go live with the pre-recorded video, and then you can have moderators responding to questions in chat. There are multiple models. Then you can also replay the video that was airing live. We'll record that for you. And in the future, we also want to create some kind of marketplace where you can meet with influencers. You can send them products that they are going to review for you, or you can just buy pieces of content and reuse them on your online store, whether they are emotional or product oriented.
It's really interesting. And I suppose you can use the video, any kind of video, for social media content as well, I suppose.
Yes, exactly. The other feature we are going to launch soon is the Restream. So if I will invite influencer to help me out and to sell specific goods, because I have plenty of them, and I would just love to sell them. That's very proactive approach that we love, because in that way you're not waiting for customers to come randomly, organically, or through your marketing campaigns, but you actively want to sell something. In that case, you can hire influencers, and not only business itself, but also those influencers can restream that live stream on their social media, including YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, or LinkedIn even. And in that way, with the same piece of content being live on your website, you can do marketing on other social media as well, to promote that special deal that you offer at that moment directly on your website. Okay,
so again, coming back to, let's say you were selling your model of your t-shirt, you would, let's say, put it out on all your socials that you're doing a product launch for this, and then they'd go to that page, and maybe it would be live, or maybe it would be a pre-recorded version of it. Like you said, you had moderators, if it's pre-recorded, who can answer those questions. And is there anything else I'm missing?
Not really, I would say. What we also seen is that duration of the live stream is typically from 15 to 30 minutes. And the average customer spend around 7 minutes on the stream while shopping. And the add to cart ratio we see from 20 to 50% from every single viewer, and that's a huge number.
Yeah, I mean, you are very early with your business. So how do you feel about being early in the space? You feel good about that?
So I feel very good about the fact that the entire market of live commerce is very early. That we have competitors that been here for a year. We launched just 2 months ago, but if we'll look at 5 years from now, there's not going to be that much of the difference, hopefully. And we also think that we are most affordable on the market with the lowest price for businesses, as we use the decentralized ways of streaming video. And as you know, video is the most expensive asset today on the internet. So our infrastructure is very solid and reliable and cheap at the same time. So we are proud of those things. And yeah, being here only 2 months is not enough, but today we are building these case studies with very successful businesses using Curcuma. And we invite all of the businesses to try it out and see how easy it is to start going live on their website.
Do you think, because I think that this has the ability to, I don't know, change consumer behavior in a significant way. Do you think some of the big players, the actual social media companies, will want to get involved in this somehow?
They do, and they already, as I said, we have ways to go live and sell your products on top of the video on Instagram and Facebook. We see some attempts from Twitch doing the same, TikTok as well. TikTok just partnered recently with Shopify to introduce e-commerce on top of their live streams. And we also see a couple of our competitors acquiring influencer marketing agencies, and some of them already being acquired by big players. So I think this trend will only evolve. And as you said, not only consumer habits or behavior changed during the pandemic, as we haven't had other choice to buy products that rather other than going online, but there are new customers, new consumers joining online world of shopping products that just haven't had a need to go online before. So those customers expect to have very similar experience that they have offline, and that's where I think our solution can help.
Is there any downsides to it that you can think of?
I think many businesses spend a lot of money on marketing, and then on the production of product images. And the problem may be that they just will have a hard time starting with video and with the production of the video. Because when you have a nice, I'm an ex-user experience designer, so when you have a beautiful website where you sell your beautiful products, you also want to have high quality live stream. So those high expectations can actually stop you from growing your business and actually reducing returns. That's very huge value that we bring to businesses. And so we want to incentivize all of the brands that it really doesn't matter whether you have a high production quality live stream or very authentic video from your home, because the more authentic it is, we see that it converts the most.
So your position would be that if it was like maybe a bigger company, they wouldn't want someone on the product page who's I don't know, not sitting in a high expensive production suite or something with a green screen and etc. etc.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well, it's a really interesting topic. When there are a few topics or bullet points of things that we were going to talk about today that are broken down within e-commerce, and one of the phrases used was online business evolution. Is that sort of what we covered, or would you like to expand on that particular phrase at all?
Well, I don't think I think I covered it well, but as you see the difference between the classical e-commerce site and the one that has its own TV program that every single workday at 10 we are going to show you, I don't know, news from gaming hardware, and at 11 we are going to talk about the other thing. So when brands will start recognizing this new change and what they can do for their customers on their websites, I think it'll be definitely evolution, because today we just don't have that, and you always need to spend some time as end consumer to figure out what product you want, and if we can make that decision making process faster, and guide you through the process and show you the products in a better ways, I think that will be tremendous for all of us buying online.
So let's say someone is like, yeah, I'm actually pretty excited about this, and lots of people do get excited about new tech, and let's say they want to get started straight away. What's your advice to that person who's got an e-commerce store? What would you tell them?
So the easiest, what they would, I think very important is to try it out by themselves using their phones. They can initiate the live stream from the browser. They don't need to even download our streamer app, and they will be able to just share the live test event with their colleagues and see how it all works. And how the experience is so smooth that even those colleagues working in that same e-commerce would love to buy those things from them. And that's what we also see here, that whenever we do these beta testings with brands, all of my colleagues are buying all of the products from them, because it's not that hard to sell something when you are at that place. You see those products, you can browse the website as the stream goes, and it's, I would just incentivize all of the guys trying to try this piece of technology, just to sign up. We have 14 days trial, and integrate few lines of code, very similar to Google Analytics, and then they can start streaming on their website and see how it all works.
I can imagine it being disruptive a little bit to drop shipping, because and you might already have a solution for this, but drop shipping's been really I don't know, it's had a good couple of years, shall we say. But if it's the case that the person who on that particular website doesn't actually have the product, which is in most cases, I don't know, do you need the product to be in order to sell it? Would you say that's a really big part of it? Or could you just have someone live on there and they don't actually have the product?
Yeah, they can just talk about the product, or they can read a book on that website, and it also works. It's it was surprising to me to see that all of these things. We also had a two hours DJ set on one e-commerce site. So not related to the products sold at all. But if you'll just create a marketing campaign with the messaging saying that there's going to be 30% discount throughout the event, people will come, people will join, people will listen. and engage with the content, and maybe others. You know, sometimes you want to chat with people, and yeah, like how I imagine this in the future is when I don't know, Drake will go on Twitter and say, in 5 minutes I'm going to be shopping on Gucci.com, let's say, and you can join me on that same URL straight from the Twitter browser, and that's where I see the future of how we could shop online, as very similar it was offline, right? So when you actually been in LA, let's say, you could bump into walking Drake straight into the Gucci store, right? And you don't have that ability right now. Obviously, there are some privacy concerns, but it's all controlled by the business. So if business will hire some celebrities, they can do campaigns like this, and I believe it'll work pretty well.
So from the business side of things, I mean, I'm sure you've done plenty of these, as you said, some betas. When someone is on the product page, let's say there's 0 visitors on the product page, and then someone comes on, are you able to see that as the business? Can you see there's like 1 visitor on the product page right now?
Yes. Whether they, if depends on whether they are watching the live stream or not. When they attended that live stream, you'll see that as well in real time. You'll see how many viewers you have, and you also see with our advanced analytics where those people are while watching you being live on the website. So yes.
So is it right that the visitor kind of elects to join a live stream? So in theory, it's possible for them to say, I don't want to talk to anyone right now, so I just want to look at the product.
Yes, exactly. And there can also be multiple live streams going live simultaneously, and you'll be able to pick the one you prefer, because there can be multiple retail traders across the country that can help you and are airing at that moment.
So the offline equivalent of that is like, you know, if let's say a staff member comes up to you in a shop or something,
Mm-hmm.
and they say, "Can I help you?" And that person typically says, "Oh, I'm just looking. I'm just looking."
Yeah.
So that's the reason. The reason for that question.
Yes. Yeah. But it's only one way today. So it's not like we at the moment call on the are having a call on the Zoom. You can only, as an end consumer, you can only chat with that person streaming live.
So what do you think in terms of what's your theory on percentages of people or businesses using one-to-many versus one-to-one? Because I can imagine if you went into it in a big way, one-to-one, you'd do pretty well from that, especially if you're early. But I can also see, you know, one-to-many is like a product launch where you actually get to speak to people. So what are your thoughts on that?
We had a lot of discussions over here whether we want to start off with just one-to-many or one-to-one. I see some benefits in one-to-one, but I also see many competitors already out there that are, let's say, intercom. Intercom is huge, and for customer support. And if they will just announce new way of doing one-to-one video apart from text and images, that they will just, that will not be helpful for us, right? But with one-to-many, there are not that many players, and they are all super early. So we want to truly focus on proactive sales, and we also think that the reactive customer support through video one-to-one conversations is not that scalable as one-to-many, because there can be only one-to-one conversations. So if I have an employee selling through customer support, if I know that it's going to have just 8 hour-long calls in a day, then I know that it'll be able to sell only 8 items probably, or 8 checkouts. If that salesperson will be able to, together with marketing team, drive thousands of customers to one live sales event, there is much higher odds to sell more, and that's why I think there is much higher opportunity for businesses to grow their business with one-to-many rather than
Interesting.
one-to-one.
I mean, I'm sure you've thought about all the various different examples and how they apply, but it makes me think about, you know, like let's say you're selling cars or something, and you could literally check out and have a car delivered to your door, and that person, you know, you don't have to physically go to get a car anymore, type thing. You know, just thinking of all the scenarios where it might be applicable. Have you given any thought to sort of live, or at least video live checkout or inquiry for actual services rather than products? So, you know, let's say someone goes on a website and a company is selling services, because we sell services, and in order to get a particular inquiry or a form submission or something, there is also, again, someone who's live on that website who you can talk to in video form.
Yeah.
Thoughts
So
there?
I think both one-to-one and one-to-many are applicable to any kind of businesses selling online. So if you sell services, or your aim is to let as many people to RSVP, that's your CTA, and like you can drive people through live stream to do that. You can let people to subscribe to your service if you want, right? You can host someone on your live stream. You can have a valuable conversation. You can educate people why they should choose your services. You can show them an example of how that service looks like, and I think it's very powerful for these businesses as well. So you may use that too.
Just seems like we got things to do now. Anyone who's watching this, I doubt they're actually using kind of some sort of live, as you say, one-to-one or one-to-many. And it just makes me think there's going to be a mad rush for it. Your thoughts?
Hopefully, I believe so. It needs
So
some time. It needs education. We need to just let businesses know that it's not that hard to go live, and they don't need any special equipment. I've been selling yesterday live ice skin gels for one company because I wanted to try it out, how it all works. And I've been selling ice gels for muscle pain to many people I didn't know about, and it worked. So if I could do that as an IT nerd, I believe every business will find at least one person that will be able to go live and present their brand, their product or services.
So do you have like a demo or something anywhere that people can look at, or do you put any of that content on, let's say, a social profile or something?
Yeah. You guys can check out our website, korkuma.com, KORRKUMA, and check out our video where we show the example of how it all works together. You can also book demo with us. We have a entire team of doing demos with you, explaining you how it all works, and we can even go live to let you know how it all works.
You're going to actually wait until someone comes on the site and go live with them so they can see it in real time.
Yeah. We're also thinking about airing from our office 24 hours per 7 days. So whenever you will go to our website, you will see us working on our product, because we should be able to sell with our sales tool as well. So that's why I'm incentivizing the team to set something up so we can air from our office.
Intriguing. So, I mean, I know you're ahead of the curve in terms of where this is going. Where do you think, let's say loads of companies, let's say it's the new norm and people are, or businesses are doing that. Um, what's next for it? What do you see in terms of trends once it becomes the new normal? Where does it go from there?
I think it's hard to say. And also, I purely focus on how to get there to be a norm, right? Because it's very challenging and there needs to be a lot of education. We are also working on the university for businesses to start off with live shopping. And it's a good question, but I haven't thought that much about what will come next, to be honest. Do you have
Yeah.
an idea of what could come next after that?
Well, with any,
Maybe virtual reality, I would say, and artificial reality. Those things are going to be big things when you'll actually be able to see that product on your table at home, how it'll look like. And we see these examples of IKEA having that built in their app. But with a mix of virtual reality, that's going to be completely new way
yeah,
of shopping online.
if they're on their phone and then they go to the product page, and in order to have that one-to-one experience or see the product, they literally put on their headset, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like you're talking to someone not through the phone but through, in the real world or in the virtual
Mm-hmm.
world.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so
Can't wait for Apple to release their glasses.
so
Hopefully,
yeah, that you just added a whole load of things to your to-do list. Is that fair? Or
pretty much fair.
well, then it segues nicely into the goals, because I said I was going to ask you about that. So, what are your goals for your company? And I don't know, generally speaking.
So for the company is to build case studies at the moment. So I ask all of our listeners to try it out, book a demo with us, let us know how we can help you with setting up live commerce. And then in September, we are going to have generally availability release. We'll start with the PR, and in a year from now, hopefully we'll have more than thousands of businesses streaming at least twice per week. And in general, I believe that businesses will start leveraging this opportunity that we are actually able to go live on websites, and it's not like the TV when you need lots of equipment and hundreds of stuff producing that content for you. You can do it straight from your mobile phone. So my goal is or our mission is to convert all of the e-commerce sites into instantly shoppable, shared, social, immersive shopping experiences.
Great goal. In terms of like what's normal for businesses, I mean, I can only say it from my perspective, which is when someone goes to a website, you're either looking for a phone call or a form submission. And form submission, I suppose, would still be there. But in this context, um, if someone is phoning, the alert to the business would be obviously the ringing of a phone. What's the equivalent here for someone going live? Would it be like I don't know, like a pop-up or a request to talk to someone or something? What does it look like?
So when there is one-to-many conversation, I'm airing live, and I'll just see that there are two people viewing or watching me presenting. And I also see in the chat that there is a new one coming in with a nickname, and I'll incentivize that. Let's say Nick will join the stream. So I'll see that from two, there are now three viewers, and I can say, hi, Nick. I'm just showing you all this new piece of headphones. And if you'll have some questions, I'm here for you to answer those. And Nick can also share that live stream with all of its friends on social media.
Sounds cool. Well worth trying. Is there anything that you think would be valuable to the audience that I haven't asked you about today in relation to e-commerce live?
I think it's going to be valuable for them to check out our blog, our website, and read something about live commerce, this new trend coming to our homes from Asia, and to, as I said, book a demo with us where we can explain the benefits and show them some early statistics we have on the conversion rates and add to cart ratios, so they can see by themselves how they can grow their business, their sales, and reduce their returns.
And again, where's the best place for people to find you?
We are on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter as Curcuma Official, and curcuma.com is the website where you can sign up for free and try it out.
I will be watching with intrigue, Robert. So thank you very much for your time today and sharing with the audience.
Again, thanks for having me.